Hi saucers, welcome back. It's been a while since I made a video. Um, Trying to restart this with my new life. Say hi to my favorite trusty sidekick, Achilles. Yeah, he's about tired of me today. But anyways, the point of this video is I am doing a book review. In the midst of quarantine, I have definitely gotten tired of watching TV, and I'm one of those people who if I don't like do something with my mind, after a while I start feeling like I become dumber by the second. So basically what I've been doing is going to the library and checking out a bunch of books, taking this time, sit on my little hammock on my patio and read me a couple of books. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna go, I guess, do a video per chapter. I just finished the chapter. This book is called Everything Inside by Edwidge Danticat. I think that's how you say it. Danticat. Anyways, so basically the first chapter is called Dosas. Um, I guess it's a Haitian book. I don't know if the author is Haitian or not. Probably. I get a lot of Haitian vibes. It's a Haitian book. So basically what happened in the first chapter. So at first it was a little confusing the first like couple of pages because you gotta obviously get the storyline together, get who's who. Basically what we see happening is we get introduced to the main character, Elsie. Elsie is like a nurse that takes care of, I don't know what they're called, like officially in real life, I don't know, but she basically takes care of old people, and she's at work and she gets this phone call from her ex-husband, which is just crazy enough to begin with. But she gets a phone call from her ex-husband saying that the girl that she used to be friends with that left her the girl that she used to be friends with that her husband left her for, there we go, her husband left her for, got kidnapped. As we're seeing this, she's kind of getting flashbacks of what happened. Like basically they were all friends, you know. She basically took the girl to go see her husband perform in this bar, and they ended up falling in love, kicking it off, and she got kicked to the curb. So once she finished getting kicked to the curb, um, they ran off together, but he calls her and he's like, yo, you know, basically he's like, yo, my, you know, Olivia, which is the girl's name, got kidnapped when she went back to Haiti. So, you know, she's upset, kind of, you know, she's trying to figure out like what's going on. She's kind of annoyed because he keeps calling her, which I'm sorry, y'all. Which is understandable because I'll be annoyed if my ex-husband kept calling me about some girl that he left me for. Even if that was my friend, I would be genuinely annoyed. Like, why are you calling me? But, you know, to each their own. Anyways, he keep calling and asking her, like, basically he said that they was asking for a ransom and it was like $45,000, and he was like, oh well, you know, I'll see if they'll take 10,000. And so she's like, okay, get off the phone. She's trying to take care of, you know, her patients. And so then freaking so then, you know, he keeps calling her back. Like, why do you keep calling her while she at work? But he keep calling her, and he's like, you know, I need some help. I'm trying to get all the funds because they live in Miami. So he was like, I'm running around Miami trying to get all the funds that I can get. And so, you know, she's thinking about it. You know, she's feeling a lot of pressure. She's feeling really anxious. So she actually ends up sending him $5,000. Probably like within the next 24 hours, he calls her back and tells her that Olivia's been killed. Dead, gone. Olivia's dead. He was like, you know, I don't know if this is like a Haitian thing, but he said that she wrote her name on the bottom of her feet. I don't know what the significance of that is. I might have to look that up. But, you know, he was like, she's dead. And he basically asked her, like, do you want to come to the funeral in Haiti? And she was like, nah, I don't want to come to no stupid funeral. So After that, he hung up. She ain't hear from him again. Ain't see him again at all. The next day, she actually goes to the bar where she met him and he was performing at, where all of this started, and is talking to the owner of the bar, who, you know, he's been there since the whole thing. And he basically tells her, like, yeah, they moved back to Haiti. You know, Olivia's not dead at all. They moved back to Haiti. They're living a good life, after they scammed everybody's money. And she just is devastated. Like, she happy the girl's not dead, but she is devastated because, I mean, he conned her out of her money. I'll be devastated too. $5,000, that is not cheap at all. That's ridiculous. He ended up taking her home. She got really, really drunk off of some rum. Took her home, made sure she got in the house safe, and then they ended up hooking up together. And that was the end of chapter 1. And basically, from what I think that this book could go either way based off the first chapter. I think that it's either going to be a really good, like, it's a good foundation for this book, or this book is going to fall flat because there's so many things that's going on already. A lot of the language that's in this book alternates between English and Haitian, and I don't speak Creole, so it's kind of like I don't really know what they're talking about, but then you kind of got to use like context clues to do it. But honestly, I think that if the author continues to develop the story, and I don't know what surprise twists coming down along the way, but I think that this could be a really good book, to be honest. I have, read a lot of books, and this I'm kind of on a black author binge, as you can see her picture in the back of the book. I kind of on a black author binge. Like, I want everything black. I want to read black. I want to be able to relate to black characters and see myself in certain situations of my life in these characters and see how they handle it. So I'm really excited to get to the next chapter of this book. Trying to take it slow, because I'm one of those people who will sit and binge read books all day. But so far, the character Elsie, I don't think that I could relate to her, the main character, just because her thinking is not on the same vibes as my own thinking. Like, there's no way I would have just sent somebody $5,000. Like, I'm sorry, and there's no way that I would even if I had a husband and he left me, I wouldn't even be answering his phone calls. Like, you left me for a friend, for a girl I introduced you to. So it's kind of like, I don't know. I think she's kind of a little bit dingy, if that makes sense. But hopefully she gets some common sense as this goes on. Or maybe, like, they'll pull a Tyler Perry and the barkeeper guy will change her life around. Who knows? And then old dude might come back in if we're going along a Tyler Perry storyline. I don't know. But what I do know is that so far, I'm liking the book a little bit. If I were to rate this book so far based off the first chapter, dosas, which I think dosas means, they never say what dosas means in the book, but I feel like dosas means like siblings. But I don't know. I'll look it up. I don't speak Creole. But if I was to rate this book off of the first chapter alone, with 10 out of 1 to 10 scale, with 10 being like, this is an amazing book, and 1 being like, this is trash, I would never recommend this to anybody else. As of right now, I would say that this book is probably at a 4, because I don't really know where this is going, but you never judge a book by its first chapter or its cover. So hopefully it gets better. But thank you all for watching my short little review on this book, the first chapter. I will make sure that I update as I continue to read this book for my quarantine editions of my videos. So you guys, make sure that you have a good day, night, whenever you're watching this. And thank you for watching my videos. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment me some good books to read, to review. and we'll see how it goes from there. Bye, saucers.